Turn to Matthew. Matthew chapter 26. We're going to talk about Judas tonight. In Matthew 26, starting with verse 14. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, he went to the chief priests and he said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" And they counted out to him 30 pieces of silver. And from that time on, he sought opportunity to betray him. And skip on down to verse 21 and 22. And now as they were eating, he said, "Assuredly, I say to you, one of you will betray me." And they were exceedingly sorrowful. And each of them began to say to him, "Lord, is it I? Am I the one?" Verse 25, then Judas, who was the one betraying him, answered and said, "Rabbi, is it I?" And he said to him, "You said it." Skip on over to verse 47 and 40 through 49. And while he was still speaking, behold, Judas, one of the 12, with a great multitude, with swords and clubs, they came from the chief priests and the elders of the people. And now his betrayer had given him a sign, saying, "Whomever I kiss, he is the one. Seize him." And immediately he went up to Jesus and said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. And if you go to chapter 27, starting verse 3, then Judas, his betrayer, seeing that he had been condemned, was remorseful and brought back the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders, saying, "I have sinned by betraying innocent blood." And they said, "What is that to us? You see to it." And then he threw down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and he hanged himself. We know the story of Judas Iscariot. And I wanted to think, first point I wanted to make was, it was actually about the kiss. And the kiss was, in Jesus' time, was a greeting. It was a greeting that they gave each other that implied friendship and closeness, and that you're welcome. And it was acceptance between people, especially those that were beloved Christian brethren. And in Luke chapter 22 and verse 48, Jesus asks Judas, "Are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?" And I thought about that and I was thinking, man, that was probably worse than betraying Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Because 30 pieces of silver back then was equivalent to like 4 months' wage. 120 days worth of wages. He betrayed the Son of God for 4 months' wages. And that meant nothing to Jesus but to betray him with a kiss. That symbol of acceptance, that symbol of welcomeness and friendship and love. He betrayed our Lord. And as we look at the account of Judas, I can't help but think that Christianity and who we are with each other is not all about just loving Jesus, but it's about loving Judas too. That's when you want to get down to true Christianity, it's loving Judas. We think that we're humble and that we can, that we're being meek. Well, wait until you have to serve someone who's done you wrong. Wait until you have to serve someone that's getting ready to betray you and everything that you stand for. Or maybe bless someone that has stabbed you in the back. Or serve and minister to those who have been spreading rumors about you. Are we humble then? I have a tendency in my mind and in my actions sometimes to judge Judas for betraying my Lord for 30 pieces of silver. And then I turn right around and betray my Lord for far less. Matthew chapter 5, 43 and 44. Love your enemies. Bless those that curse you. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. That's Christianity. That's love. And that's a spiritual kiss. If there's anything you need tonight as we close our time together, as we sing this song, please come as we stand and as we sing.